You find yourself on the bridge of Heldsight's personal battleship. Selena Escher's there, preparing to brief you for your next mission. Holding up a data slate that you may or may not recognize as being from the one you've recovered from the very first mission. Well, everyone, bit of good news. We were actually able to finally break the encryption on this data slate, and we've been able to find all the information that we really needed out of it. So, the mysterious tech priest you found is actually Magos Dominic Jorm of Hideworld Cryila. We've placed the planet under observation for the past few weeks, and we've noticed he's going to be having some visitors for soon. So, what you're going to do is you're going down to the planet and you're going to finish the mission that you started on Covis.
What? I missed the beginning of that. Sorry.
The data
By
slate.
finished, do you mean destroy this heretic?
The data slate that we got from the first mission, they deciphered it. They found the location of the guy that got away on the train, and we're gonna go rip his face off.
Yeah, and he's a fucking tech priest Magos. That's a big deal.
Just remember, your mission on Covis was to kill both the seller and the buyer. Half of that's done. The mission hasn't changed.
What's this guy's name again?
I think it's Dominic Jorm.
Put that in the newts.
Yes, Magos. Oh, I'm sorry, Doric Jorm.
Dork Jorn.
And the Hive World is named?
The original Hive world was Covis, but you'll actually be going to the Forge world of Cryila.
Crayola?
Exactly. It looks like... Alright, so Selena Escher is going to continue. It looks like Jorm is attempting to make a big sale to known heretics. Possibly is an attempt to smooth over the botched sale on Covis. It's a bit risky for him, but it might be his only option. We're going to send you down. Go take care of him. Go take care of the heretic. And then we'll pick you up. This is going to be a somewhat quieter mission. We don't want to spook them, so you will have limited support from the Inquisition.
What kind of support?
I suppose what we usually have.
I suppose the support you have is, well, what you've always had. But it's a Forge world. It'll be a little more advanced than what you have been within. No more running around the forest or sleeping in mud huts in a feudal planet. So, there's that at least. We're about 3 days in the warp before exiting back into real space around Cryila. From there, you'll be taking a ship in, so come up with a good cover story.
What do we know about this Forge world? What would not look out of place there?
Forge World, well, this one specializes in a bit of random bits of everything. Weapons, vehicles, small bits of titans, but as well as smaller, more standard equipment you might find. As for what you'd expect for people visiting, it could be all sorts of things. It could be members of the Imperial Guard, the Ecclesiarchy, members, certain bureaucrats, even visiting pilgrims. It's not a... The Adeptus Mechanicus is a little separate from the Imperium. They worship the Omnici, who they have declared to be the God Emperor, but that's a little more fluid.
They're the... Side note, they're like the one sanctioned non-imperial imperial cult.
Yeah, they basically just say, sure, the machine god, the Omnisci, is the god emperor, if that's what makes you feel good about yourself.
Got it. Got it.
So you could be visiting merchants, you could be visiting bureaucrats, you could be all sorts of things. Think of a good cover story. We'll get you some fake identification, and we'll put you on the proper ship to drop in.
Right. The one thing we shouldn't do is pose as mercenaries. We tried that once, and it worked once, but I feel like they'll be wary of it twice.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They might not have any use for mercenaries. The Adeptus Mechanicus is rather proud of their Scutari soldiers.
Yes.
The underworld merchants trying to buy their
Paying attention.
dirty Xenotech.
Maybe.
I had to email Lisa Gonzalez.
Okay.
Oh God.
Maybe you could attempt that, but as far as we're aware, only
Concerned about something.
only Jorm is a member of the Ebony Syndicate. We can't be sure who is and isn't a member.
He is.
He is.
Is there... Nah. I was thinking, is there any way we could get some sort of captured and damaged xenotech we could offer as a way to try to get in? Say we're fugitives, maybe gangers who...
Can we use our influence to try to get a piece of that on the black market, perchance, if we don't have it already?
We can't get you any actual xenotech, but we can rig up something that would look like xenotech at close inspection. Not quite close inspection. Anybody with an idea of it would know it's not xenotech, but at a first glance, it would definitely appear to be so.
We could pretend to be gangers who wanted to make money, got caught by the Arbites, fled for our lives with anything we could salvage when they raided our base of operations, and we're the only survivors, and we're looking for work from one of the only leads we had. That's the only thing I've got off the top of my head.
Not bad.
You could try it. Well, we hired you for your adaptability.
Burn the whole place down. I know. It's not
I
gonna work.
suppose we... Sorry, go on.
You could try that. Most of it's made of metal, but I guess with enough promethium.
Anything burns with enough promethium.
Although we are
Can
trying
steel
to
beams.
we are attempting to not make enemies of the Adeptus Mechanicus.
Are they informed of any of this? Do they know about this syndicate and whether or not they know we're there? Do they know?
No, they are not going to be informed that the Inquisition is coming. We don't know who is or isn't employed by the Ebony Syndicate beyond Jorm, and we don't want to accidentally tip off somebody.
Could you feed them some false information so we know based on who does what with the information that they've quote-unquote leaked?
What are you thinking?
Maybe something about a... Maybe we could use the xenotech only as a trap. We could send a message like... Or you could let slip a message that you've discovered heretics are coming to the Forge world, gangers who were stealing or dealing in xeno weapons. They were raided, most of it's been destroyed, but they're trying to sell what they have left because they have nowhere else to run to. And give them a location to go out and find.
We could probably do something. I can have our ship's tech priests rig up a fake xenotech artifact. And you'd want us to send this transmission to Jorm directly?
No, to the Mechanicus to let them know we'll be operating in their jurisdiction, but give them a trap so that when the Syndicate receives the information, they act on it and trigger a different kind of trap. Rather than there's a Syndicate in your midst, we tell them there's heretics coming and we need you to stop them.
Well, we don't want to necessarily let them...
Those heretics are going to be us, though?
Yeah, and what we could... My thought is we can tell them, like, we know they're going to be there soon. We're going to be there in, let's say, 3 days. and then we get there on the second day. So they think that they're warning us and or capturing the xenotech.
It's possible. I'll let you send a specific message through our astropath if you desire, but...
Yeah, let's talk about it. That was just a quick plan.
Well, we have we'll be arriving in 3 days, so you have plenty of time to plan. Well, specifically 72 hours to plan, but
We could be traveling minstrels.
that could
Get
work.
my loot.
Forge Worlds do see minstrels come through every
Wait,
once in a
what the-
while.
Where the fuck are we going?
You're going to a Forge World. A Forge World is basically an entire planet that's been converted into a giant factory.
Okay.
We're
And
traveling.
why do
mariachi band.
people go there?
They go there to deliver ore, food. They might go be there to pick up supplies or deliver
They might
supplies.
be religious pilgrims who worship the machine cult.
They may be heretics. We got to purge.
Yeah, why don't we go as missionaries of some weird fucking bizarre religion? Oh, because Gar would be able to fucking say anything against the God Emperor, probably.
Well,
Some
Gar,
religions are not tolerated.
technically Gar, the Omnisci is the God Emperor, according to the Adeptus Mechanicus, if you believe that. And
You're pissing them
Well, they
off.
claim that.
not every member of the Adeptus Mechanicus has been converted into a tech priest. In fact, the majority of them are 100% flesh and blood human. Only the few chosen are made into tech priests. You could try that. You could try going in as Omnisci worshipping pilgrims. It wouldn't be technically heresy.
I could possibly pose as a would-be acolyte, but they're just as likely to scoop out my brain and use me as a Skitari or a servitor than actually take me
Is
in.
just being like a courier potentially the safest bet here?
You could do that. A courier who had information that wasn't meant to go through an astropath could work.
Or somebody that's there to, you said, pick something up. You know?
They're often seeing supply ships come in to gather up weapons to be sent to the Imperial Guard, or basic technology to be purchased by merchants.
Well, I mean, what kind of support and resources do we have here? Can we get some type of documentation that would allow us to go in as couriers to pick up a load of weapons or some type of Imperial property?
That's a good idea, and actually we can. We'll put in a fake order, well, technically, it's a real order, for, let's say, 1,000 las guns. Your job would be to go in and inspect the las guns and secure them for transport. We'll just put it
Sounds
in
good.
as
Sounds simple.
local PDF from some random backworld planet. That could work.
Sounds simple enough to work.
All right. They won't like the short order notice, but
They'll do what they have to for the God Emperor.
well, more accurately, it doesn't matter if you pick it up or not, just so long as you take care of Jorm
Yes,
and
exactly.
eliminate the heretic he's meeting with.
Excellent.
All right. I'll have
Request the,
some of our fabricators create a number of fake identities for you. And from there, we'll be able to have you land in a small merchant ship.
Okay. Let's go transfer over to the merchant ship and prepare to embark on our quest of killing Jorm, an assassination. That's it, right? We're going to assassinate this dude.
Yes, precisely.
He's the tech
Yeah.
priest who got away. We shot him, but he, being made of metal, kind of shrugged it off.
It's okay. We'll kill him. I wasn't there for that mission, so
It's okay. We'll kill him. Imperium.jpg.
failure is not an option.
No one escapes Gar.
I like the attitude. All right. Well, we'll
Okay.
We're gonna drop out of
is
real.
the order prepared?
We'll drop out of real space, have our astropaths put in the order. From there, you'll board the merchant ship and enter back into the warp. That way, it'll just be a little neater. People tend to get a little nervous when a black ship of the Inquisition, a battleship of that, enters orbit.
Funny that.
Aye, aye, Commander.
We'll be able to drop out within a few hours. If you have anything to do, do it now.
Okay. We're all healed up and whatnot. All healthy.
It's been
Maybe
a couple weeks, yeah, since the last mission.
Can I try to armor the technical a little? Like up armor it?
Sure. Yeah, you can just go ahead and just give me like an extended tech use.
Okay. Base difficulty, I assume?
Yep. Alright, you don't fail by too much, so you're just not able to really fit the armor in. You have to like machine the parts to armor it up, and you're just having a hard time like getting the measurements right.
What the fuck is a samaflange?
But so that'd be about an hour, and you probably have like 2 hours left to attempt to armor it.
Then I shall try again. Meh.
Yeah, it's. You think maybe the parts on the ship are like not standard size?
Oh god, an entire fucking Oh, that's horrifying.
You could try again if you'd like.
It's all on metric.
1 hour to go.
Actually, would trying to roll like an influence roll to get some better equipment for taking down a tech, like a heavily armored tech magos?
Yep, you could go ahead and roll to see like roll influence to try and gather some equipment for that. What would you like exactly?
What would fuck with his system? Probably something like EMP or electrical. I know they have tech like that. I just don't know them off the top of my head.
You would probably go for something like a haywire grenade, which would basically be like a small EMP bomb.
Okay.
Yeah, that's an ability that I can get too. I can fucking invade your electronics vagina and fucking...
Don't invade my electronics vagina!
Make it explode with eroticism.
Yeah, that's exactly how it works.
How about, are there any firearms that are good for dealing with stuff like that that would be within my purview?
Adeptus Mechanicus would probably have a lot of armor being machined, so you probably would want to go for something armor piercing. It doesn't necessarily need to have a huge like amount of damage it does. So you just saw something with a lot of like AP.
Are there any ammo packs for las weapons that have AP products?
I think there might be. So I believe if we take a look at the long las, it should have the ability to actually go and switch to the variable setting. So what you could actually do is you could actually work with the variable setting, which would like go overcharge. You can deal extra damage, or you could actually go to an overload, where you deal 2 extra damage, 2 penetration, but it uses 4 shots of ammo per shot, and it loses reliable and gains unreliable. Now for actual like ammo for it, there actually is some stuff I believe you can get for that. Let me go take a quick peek. You could get a hot shot charge pack. Adds 1 to damage, gains Terran quality, gains pen 4, loses reliable, and its clip is reduced to 1.
Oh right, yeah, it's worth a shot for like an opener to the engagement if I get a chance.
If you're able to actually get in and like get a good snipe shot on him. So let's see here. It would be scarce, which I think is maybe -10.
I would be basically getting a 1 in 4 chance at a one-shot wet shot thing that might help.
Well, what do you lose by making the attempt at it?
Time that I could spend on trying to upgrade the gun, but I guess that doesn't matter that much. On the other hand, it would be nice having an armored thing that we could drive around in with some cover with a gun on it.
But yeah,
Does it have a gun on it already?
It does, yeah, but I mean like up armoring it so it would actually provide some protection while we're manning the gun.
Yeah, I think technically it has very limited armor right now.
Yeah, it's
Well,
basically
do
like
some fucking
open.
A-team shit on there, man.
He attempted it, and
Hammer some steel plates on there.
yeah, he tried. It wasn't going.
Yeah, the
Oh.
dice are being a butt.
Ah.
Big
Hey,
old
just-
stanky butt.
Just get all
Don't have,
bad rolls out of the
tech
way
use.
first, and
Yeah,
there you go. Just get the bad rolls out of the way first.
Can anybody help with tech use?
I believe so. Tech use would require you to be trained in it. Certain skills do require you to actually have training before you can use it.
Yeah. Right. Does anybody else have it? I don't.
I
Nope.
don't believe so.
Yeah.
Understood.
What about sidearms? Something that might be a little better. Either sidearms or like just a straight up other weapon that I could just surprise. You thought it was a las gun, but it was me, Dio, and just blat him.
Let's see here. You could go for something. You could go for like a hot shot las pistol or something. Pen 7.
Jesus. Yeah, that's probably worth trying. I have a las pistol. Would I be able to chamber it or customize it any?
The las pistol, you could put various different modifications on it. You could load it with the hot shot las round, but an actual hot shot las pistol is
Its own thing.
Yeah, it's basically a far more well crafted and intricate las pistol.
All right, would one of those be within my ability to get a shot at?
It's a negative 20. It's a rare device, so you could attempt to roll for it. I think, what is your influence, close to 40 at this point?
It is 36.
Okay, yeah. It'd be a hell of a roll if you could get one.
You're not wrong. Is there anything I could do to boost it? Like try to persuade them we're going after a fucking Magos on a tech world? We're gonna need armor piercing?
You could roll... I'm trying to think what you could do to do this. Roll a charm to see if you could.
Alright.
You'd be talking to the ship's armorer.
Womp womp.
Womp womp, sorry. That's a pretty bad one, but no, sorry. He actually gives out lots of weapons to lots of different teams. This mission seems like same shit, different day type to him.
Okay.
So you could try roll the influence, see if you can butter him up that way. You could just go for the actual influence itself.
Okay. I'm just trying to think if there's other ways it could be assisted. If not, I'll just roll it. Just to stop wasting our damn time.
Okay.
Oh!
Not
Fuck.
bad. Very close, but
Ah!
sorry. Yeah. Darmers, I'd like to give you a hot shot the hell pistol, but I actually just gave away my last one. Sorry. If I had one, you'd get one, but
Damn. Alright. Well,
you
unless
could.
it...
He does
Sorry,
tell you. I hear you're going to a Forge World. Those things are loaded with weapons. They build them right there.
Yeah, that's a good point. I guess...
Cure
Needs
one
must.
somehow.
Yeah, I think that's the move.
They build everything there. Las guns, las pistols. We even go there for the Hellfire equipment for our stormtroopers. Melee weapons, chain swords, power swords, all sorts of different things.
Then that sounds like a plan. Do you have any insights on how we can acquire things legally or otherwise?
I don't do the ordering. I just restock the equipment and I make sure whoever needs it can get it.
Understood.
But
Well, good news, Tigo. It looks like we're going to be robbing somewhere.
he does tell you
I haven't killed
there's a
somebody
few
in a while
people. Getting good with a few people, you might be able to get might be able to help you out there. Just
we'll,
go,
we'll try
find
that
some
first
friends.
before
Yeah.
we start burning bridges. All right, I've taken up enough time on my prep. Don't let me keep you guys from yours.
Yeah, what is everybody else doing?
I
Just
think we'll,
painting my nails, that type of shit.
I'm glad to see Ariana is really
Eating an Oreo
prepped. She's
cheesecake.
just preparing completely for this mission.
Yeah, she's just laying in a comforter and just painting her nails.
I'm eating a cheesecake.
Where did you? Never mind.
Hey, the Inquisition, they could get cheesecake. It's probably the first one he's ever had.
Oh yeah, you're probably like you probably have a fucking hell of a sweet tooth because you've been on a fucking feral world your whole life.
Chico had one piece of candy, and that's it.
This is how they keep me from burning everything down.
I like that. That's a good character detail.
It just comes out of left field. Yeah, I'm eating a cheesecake.
So Selena Escher, Chico, I have an even bigger cheesecake for you, and all you need to do is not accidentally or even purposely burn down the Forge world. Just burn heretics.
Just burn heretics. Oh, I plan to burn heretics.
And all this cheesecake is yours.
Good read.
And Chico, she just leans close and whispers in your ear, it has chocolate sauce on it.
Let's go get the heretics. I want cheesecake.
We have an extremely food-motivated feral worlder. Like
Can I
God,
get
Selena
both?
Death
domesticated.
Worlder.
I was like, I want a fucking attack bonus for this cheesecake, damn it.
You ever had cheesecake so good it made you purge for the Emperor?
I did today.
Imperial bulimia.
What's Gar doing?
Gar is praying for the wisdom to not be bamboozled by these arcane machines, and that he will find an even bigger hammer to do the God Emperor's will with.
All right. Well, there is there's a big dedicated shrine to the God Emperor on the ship. Plenty of priests all going around tending to it, providing prayers, providing guidance to people. So yeah, Gar would easily be able to find this, and be able to give prayer to it.
Cool.
One of the priests asked to pray with Gar.
Gar nods gravely.
Thank you, brother. And then just silently meditates and prays to the God Emperor. All right. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, so at this point, you can feel the ship exit out of real space, or exit to real space. The Geller field drop, and the shutters to the outside just start to open up, just lifting up into the great windows let you see out into real space. Right now, you'd be in deep space as the astropaths give a psychic order to the Forge world, as well as the merchant ship you'll be getting a ride on, being fueled and prepped.
Racing Guild.
In this case, it would just be considered a ship belonging to just the standard Imperial It has a special name, but it's basically like their courier service. It's not like any free merchants. The Imperium's kind of funky because planet to planet merchants are either controlled by the Imperium or are rogue traders. Rogue traders are basically space conquistadors. They have a warrant of trade, which lets them go around and they can own their own ship.
All the shit that would get us killed for heresy, they can just do.
Yeah.
Because they're space future nobility on the full Imperium scale, not just local lords who think they're better than they are.
She's not that rogue.
Yeah, they're pretty fancy pants. They can make deals with Xenos, and as long as they don't do anything super heretical, they're typically okay.
There's a lot of people who don't like that, in the more rigid Imperium, but you literally cannot raise a hand against them.
Yeah.
They are really fun to play as, though.
They are, and there actually is a Rogue Trader game in the same setting. The same
Dark Heresy.
Yeah, it uses basically of
the Fantasy Flight game system.
Yeah, this is Dark Heresy. Well, Dark Heresy, just second edition, is very close to Only War. I think Rogue Trader was the edition just before Only War, so it uses a slightly older version, but it's actually still compatible. Mostly. Alright. But yeah.
Well, where are we now?
Well, currently you are loading into the merchant ship, and you are preparing to... Basically, you're going to exit the battleship re-enter warp for the next couple days, and then you'll be arriving at Cryila to begin the investigation.
Loading screen.
It's definitely like it's a big ship. Like it's nothing compared to the battleship, which is basically like a city that flies through space. But there's enough
It's more
space.
like an actual ship.
I mean, it's probably the size of like an aircraft carrier, like a modern day aircraft carrier. It's probably a little bit longer and a little bit wider.
That's cute.
So, yep, it enters back into the warp, and you are within the warp for the next 2 days before dropping out into real space and approaching the forge world of Cryila. And as you can approach, you can see just the planet is covered in lights, as well as what would be just like circles interacting with one another, like bright red. And as you approach, you can see that these are just massive channels of like molten metal being fed into like giant furnaces and just getting ready to be formed into like the metal of whatever is needed and it's just like this massive smoke clouds coming up from huge smokestacks. The planet's ecosystem is getting completely obliterated as the smoke and like acid rain and just the constant mining and forging has just completely destroyed any sense of like plant and
It's a
animal
game
life.
of Factorio that got hella out of hand.
It's like a Captain Planet villain's like wet dream. It's just like, yay, pollution to the actually this is even too much for them. They're like, whoa, let's
There's
just take
just
a
no natural environment left.
yeah.
What do
You
call
can
Captain Planet.
you can breathe the air. They do have air purifiers.
Yeah, but there's no like trees or anything like that.
Yeah, there's like at best maybe like like scrubs, just like little hardy shrubs that are here and there. But for the most part, this planet has been almost completely like paved over. It's pretty extreme. And this one is not even like Mars, the capital of the Adeptus Mechanicus. It does not have like the ring of iron around it, like just the massive like metal belt around it used for like producing spaceships. But yeah, so the craft approaches the capital city of Cryila, which is also Cryila, and lands at the major spaceport. As you see tons of ships, just like hundreds of like small ships landing or leaving as they're loaded up or unload their equipment there. Just a number of people. It's not as many people as you had saw in Covis, which is just like the press, but in this case there are still a lot of people, more than you had been seeing in quite a while. And yep, you see the tech priests of Cryila covered in red robes, metal arms and legs coming out. Their faces have been like replaced. Like they've replaced, a lot of people replaced eyes, their mouths and nose with like breathing apparatus. You see what you would believe to be the Skitarii members walking around armed with like exotic or like rad weaponry, and something you could never like see outside of like a forge world. Is just too esoteric. And everyone who is leaving the ships is just getting guided to go through the customs of the planet.
Okay.
And so
Yeah, probably the customs.
Sorry, I was touching the microphone.
So as you get in line, you just have to. It's machine efficient as they just go, like the people are processed through there. So you're actually not even in line that long before you go up to one of the Adeptus Mechanicus's bureaucrats. He's been partially converted into a cyborg, but not to the extent as the like the other tech priests you've been seeing around. And yep, he begins like, identification, please.
I'll hand him the. I assume we got all of our papers and stuff prepped.
Yep.
Yeah, all the papers are in order provided by the Inquisition.
Yep.
Yep.
Takes
Those
that.
over.
Takes those papers, slots it into a cognitator. It's Inquisition perfect. Like, this all checks out. Thank you. You are here to collect an order.
Mm-hmm.
Short notice, but doable. We'll have the order ready in a week's time.
Understood. Where can we stay until then?
Quarters will be provided for you. Please follow the yellow arrow. A servitor will then escort you to your quarters. Thank you.
Thank you, Saf.
It's good, sir.
All right, we follow the servitor to our quarters to unload our gear.
And as you're walking along, you just see like giant towers of steel. Well, actually, not even steel, just like the metal that they use. It has like a specific name, but
Transparent aluminum.
exactly.
Ceratanium or ceramite?
Yeah, and ceramite, and just like the symbol of the Adeptus Mechanicus, like the skull with half of it replaced by like cybernetics, and within the gear, and yeah, you just see like these giant, like these huge pillars and like very, not spire like the a Hive City spire tall, but they are very tall. And there's like, you can imagine these are like the offices, the homes, even like probably factories of the Adeptus Mechanicus. And everybody, I want you to make an awareness roll.
Oh boy. Let the mating commence.
Let the fuckery begin.
Oh, okay.
Honkers.
I can critically succeed at that.
Fuck yeah.
Let's see.
We on high alert.
Yeah, Ariana, you're just, everything's fine. This is just like this, the heavy air, just like the smoke is pretty normal, you figure. But Watchmaker, Gar, and Tigo, the air is bizarrely still all of a sudden, and you look into the distance, about 2 or so kilometers away, and you see like one of the towers just erupt in fire through the center and just collapse in on itself, and just torrents of smoke and fire just lift up from it, and like some of the actual smoke like just washes over everyone at the spaceport. People are screaming. People are running around. The Skitari immediately leave their posts and are just trying to herd people back and get them away as ships fly in to attempt to investigate, and servitors are going in to provide like firefighting service.
This is not a place we want to be.
Well, Southington.
How
Yesterday.
far is the smoke? Are we affected by it?
Yeah, the smoke is like washing over you. It's pretty heavy, but it's and it is obscuring your vision a little bit, but it's not like choking you or anything. You're still able to breathe, and the air filters in the area are used to produce like just cycling through large amounts of like smoke and ash and soot. Like, stand back, everyone. Stand back. There has been an industrial accident.
Friends, this is none of our business. Let's continue on our mission. Do we have any leads that we can investigate here to find Jorm?
You could check around. Jorm has gone to ground, as far as you could tell from the data slate that had been decrypted, and he has been kind of buried in like what he refers to as a secret project.
Okay. Guessing it has to do with Xenotech. As we go, I'm going to keep an eye on that tower and just...
Yeah, you just see more and more ships like flying over and attempting to like provide
Support.
attempt to provide like firefighting service, and just like spraying it with like an anti-flammable foam. Servitors are just going in and attempting to like sort through the wreck, and you see an ambulance ship rise out of the wreckage, and you hear somebody next to you say, the Fabricator General was on that ship.
So this might have been a political attack.
Yeah. Doesn't happen often.
And just like the servitory following, please continue following me, sirs. I will take you to we have been rerouted to new homes. Please follow me.
Yeah, let's see where it's taking us so that we can have a home base.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we need to start investigating. If there might be any kind of factionalism going on here. Let's planet. If anybody might want to kill the Fabricator General.
So yeah, the servitor quickly changes directions and heads towards what you would think would be maybe a secondary housing unit. It's pretty nice, out of the way. The rooms are pretty big. They're not like the factory workers, the members of the Adeptus Mechanicus, who may not necessarily be like tech priests themselves, would be like in basically little boxes. Like they basically live in like small little boxes for the entirety of their lives. No, these are nice big like these are just like nice big like apartments, made with like the perfection you'd expect from like, well, basically like the worship of machines and machinery, and just like attempting to like create it as perfectly as possible to venerate the Omnici. And it's very nice. It's lovely. It's cool inside. The air is fresh. And you each have your own individual room.
Is there like a machine that makes breakfast for me?
You could reach out to a servitor. There'd be like a little button you could press that would reach out to like servitors or like servants in the area who you could request breakfast from.
What is my function? You make flapjacks.
Got it.
Summon Kevin.
Kevin?
Who is Kevin?
Kevin was the servitor we were fond of.
Ah, I see. No, servitor. We can find a servitor designated Kevin for you if you would like, sirs.
You're Kevin
Thank you.
now, baby.
We will find and dispatch a servitor named Kevin for you.
All right, Kevin.
My designation is not Kevin.
What is your designation?
Not Kevin.
My designation is Unit Alpha Delta 774 Gamma.
Thank you, Alpha Delta 7U Gamma Ray.
Alpha Delta 774 Gamma,
Fare thee well, Kevin.
sirs.
Your designation is now Kevin.
Are you microaggressing a servitor? Kind of a dick move, honored sirs.
Wait,
Like they programmed it for SAS.
Matt in robot form?
Yeah.
You know, they actually could have. They could program. Like, I don't see any reason why they couldn't program a servitor for SAS. But it'd be like it'd be like in a tape. It'd be like a SAS tape, and they'd have to like select the correct like SAS for
It'd
this.
like take like 30 seconds, like 30 to 45 seconds to find the right cassette,
Selecting-
rewind it and play
Oh,
it.
come back.
It's just
I know
up
who you
yours.
are, but what am I? Printing. Brrr, brrr, it like dot matrix prints out your mom gay. Wow, not sure what I expected, but it wasn't that.
Okay, so we've got our quarters.
Yep.
We've got rid of the servitor.
All right. And there's actually a radio in the room that has been turned on. It was playing music, but has been interrupted with a special broadcast,
Let's listen.
news broadcast. Tower 8 has been destroyed in an accident, attempting to determine if industrial accident or sabotage. Reports indicate that Fabricator General... Oh, hold on.
And Buck said it was sabotage.
Fabricator General Wolfram has been badly injured in the explosion. His the second in command, Fabricator Locum Gerwin, has been killed. Fabricator Wolfram is being transported to an advanced trauma ward as we speak. We return to your regularly scheduled music. Thank you.
Seems like we may have come here at a dangerous time.
Yeah. Do we have a means of getting in touch with the Inquisition to let them know there's some sort of trickery afoot?
No, Selena Escher had mentioned that they were going to go kind of quiet to just avoid spooking
Yeah, I was afraid of that.
Joram or the heretic he had invited.
Okay.
Well, let's go find out where heretics lurk.
All right. Well, where would you like to look?
Walmart.
I check under the bed.
Sadly, you see no heretics. Actually, I should have made you roll for it. Gar, can you roll awareness?
There's a mirror down there.
There's an evil guard down there.
Nani?
Nani?
You can't see any heretics. They got a little, like, robot vacuum that just goes around sucking stuff up.
I would have laughed if he rolled a 1.
Behold the Doomba.
Suspiciously at the robot vacuum, but refrains from accusing it of heresy.
For now.
I mean, the funny thing about Warhammer 40k is it actually could be heretical.
He's assuming for now that it's on the up and up with the tech priesties here. Okay, so heretics. Let's see. We could go to a tavern.
Yep. Best part about every planet is there's always somewhere to drink.
I'll drink
Oh
that.
yeah.
All right. So, yeah, if you wanted to, like, there's a few nearby taverns you could go to.
Which one looks seediest?
You would have to go more into, like, the workers' quarters to find seedy. But if you did want to head that way, you could probably find... Yeah, if you headed towards, like, the workers' quarters, you would be able to, especially because your data slate you have would provide you with, like, a map of, like, the area, like the public access maps, and you would be able to find, like, local bars and drinking establishments. And so in, like, the workers area, like right smack dab in the center, you find a bar that the Thirsty Cog, and that you figure would be kind of seedy.
Okay, let's go in there.
Okay. Yeah, so I imagine you have your vehicle with you, so you'd be able to just, like, drive in that. Well, you'd gotten kind of used to it being, like, the most advanced piece of technology.
Not anymore.
Yeah, at this point, there's, like, anti-grav, like, stuff that's just singing along. The roads exist and are well maintained, but there's not tons of, like, ground traffic. There still is, but it's not like Covis. It's not like the Hive world. But yeah, so you just drive along. It's uneventful. You arrived in early morning, but it's the workers work on shifts, and so there's always going to be people there. So you enter into the Hungry Cog, or the Thirsty Cog, and it's a little rundown. Not so much you'd expect. The tech priests are pretty fanatical about keeping things well maintained, but it's more so than like what you'd find like the area you have your rooms in. You see a lot of workers, people covered in grease and oil. Like they got their overalls and jumpsuits on. They have like some of them have like the mining caps and like hard hats on, and they're just sitting around tables drinking like the local alcohol distilled from mushrooms and whatever else is like sent in. Workers, yeah, would probably have to grow like their own like stuff and actually ferment it rather than like being able to afford anything off-world.
Sweet, sweet sewer mushroom wine.
But
Goes
You,
down smooth on a hot
Let's
day.
only pretend to drink it. Okay, so maybe a couple of us could go to the bar, and a couple could sit at a shadowy table in the back.
Seems like an alright idea.
okay. All right, and
Got her.
let's see here.
All right, you gonna not park anymore for a little bit?
All right. If you wanted to, you could make like an inquiry test to kind of mingle with the people there and see if you wanted, like, what they could tell you.
Intrigue, you say?
What are we? What test is it?
It would be the inquiry test to just kind of go around and, oh yeah, there we are. Guard
I'm
refills.
trained in that.
Yeah, I'll let Gar drive.
Gar sort of wanders up to the bar and has a drink of sewer mushroom wine.
Yeah, it's
Puts in front of him.
it's doesn't taste good, but it's very strong.
And he just, strikes up a conversation with his fellow bar patron.
Yeah, there are a few people
we
who were.
just got here, we're doing a job, picking up some, cargo. What's going on? Now's your shift.
All right.
How does the God Emperor smile on you this day?
The Omnisci watches over us always.
Right, him, yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
I thought you were, honestly, we kind of figured you were slumming it, but you seem all right. Yeah, it's been a little crazy, although I lost a friend in the explosion at Tower 8.
Yes. Terrible tragedy.
They say it's an industrial accident. No industrial accident could take out a tower like that in one go. No.
What do you think it was?
Do you say sabotage?
Yeah, he's a little, like, weirded out by Ariana, but...
Sabotage!
Just don't stare at her tits.
Or do.
Or
Run a
do.
cop.
It's no mirage.
Order another round.
I already forgot that we were letting guard drive.
It's fine.
No, he's just some, like guards just chatting up some dude, just like, tell us more! And,
Tell us more about
I don't want to
Seems-
say sabotage. I know. I mean, I heard the Fabricator General got hurt. If he doesn't pull through, it's going to be one of the Magos is going to be the new Fabricator General. But especially with Gerwin getting killed.
Is it not usual for them to hold positions of civil authority?
The Magos? Well, it's gonna come down to a vote, at least on Cryila. They'll all get together, vote one of their own members up. Now that the Fabricator General and his second Grant, well, the Fabricator General, Omnisci willing, will pull through. They have some of the best doctors and mechanics. Magos Biologicos. I hear he's in a secure trauma center right now. They'll keep an eye on him. I think he'll pull through.
Cured by these Magos?
Oh, there's quite a few Magos on this planet. They all cover their own specialty. There's Magos Biologicos. But
Does every order have a representation here?
on Cryila, yes. Another planet, another Forge Worlds, no. They might specialize, but we're a more, let's say, we tend not to focus too much on one specific. There's perfection in non-specialization.
Okay, I can see it.
But there's plenty of Magoses on this planet that overlap. There's not just one representative for each. There's about a dozen or so.
Is there a ranking one for each?
No, they would all, once they get to Magos, they would just be Magos. They could become the Fabricator General here.
So the previous, so this guy that's injured now, did he come from one of the orders?
Oh yeah. This was about 80 years ago. He had been, I don't even remember what Magos he was part of, but he did come up, voted up. At that point, it wasn't Fabricator General, it was Arch Magos. but the name switched at some point a few decades ago to match Mars. I hope he. But here's a good fabricator general.
Perhaps a rival order would want to take power. Do they? Is there strife among them?
Among the Magos, they'll have arguments. If you think somebody tried to kill him, I don't even know who. Besides, I'm sure it's a little cynical to say, but all the Magos would have had an alibi for this event. I'm sure that they wouldn't so easily made themselves a target. If one of them were to act, they'd act to a third party or some sort.
It's all good general information.
It's helpful nonetheless.
But I'm going to be going to the Tower 8 myself. I'm going to see if maybe I can pull my friend out from the rubble and see if we can get him a good burial. It's here that was opened up back to the public recently, just within the hour.
Well,
Would
good
you?
luck to you. May the Omnissiah or whatever
The Omnicide be with you too.
sniff your footsteps.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
Patton Oswalt, Tech Priest. The Omnissiah or whatever.
Gar is not impressed by this alternate religion. We're gonna shake a lead out of someplace though here.
Well,
You want to cause a ruckus? Maybe attempt to buy some Xenotech in the back room or something?
y'all get any more of them Xenotechs?
I just want one.
My thought is they're probably, if this is a coup, and it sounds like it would be, then they would have a way to kill off the existing Fabricator General / Archimagos.
Oh yeah, he's getting murdered in his hospital bed. I don't know if there's anything we can do about that though. But he's pretty much boned.
Why don't we go see him?
Yeah, we could try to see, and if not save him, we could learn more about his attackers.
Yeah, let's go.
True. All right, yeah, let's go there.
Boom.
All right. So it's not terribly difficult to find out where the hospital he's being taken to is. It's basically the largest, most advanced hospital within the city. And as you arrive in the front lobby, there's a servitor as well as a tech priest there to greet you, who are just acting as like the representative of the hospital. Greetings. How may I assist you? Are you in need of medical attention?
We wish to ask after the health of the Fabricator General.
The Fabricator General is in good health now. He is hurt, but he will recover soon. We expect him back within approximately 8 days.
Okay.
We have some of our best biological tech priests working on him as we speak, as well as those repairing the cybernetic portions of him. Those can at least be quickly and easily repaired and replaced. It's the weak flesh that takes time to recover. If anything, he may be blessed by the Omnissiah and have more of his flesh removed and replaced with blessed cybernetics. It's kind of you to ask. Thank you.
This guy.
We're also here to visit some of our friends that were injured.
Of course. What were their names?
Rico Suave and Fernando Sandoval.
Tech priest act like
Look under John Doe.
yeah, the Mechanicus, his, what do they call it? Like the Mechadendrite comes out and connects with a cogitator and quickly access information. I'm sorry, those names aren't here in this hospital. Perhaps they were taken to a separate hospital?
I'm afraid their components might have been damage. They were so eager to undergo initiation that they took the first offer they could find, and the registries might have been corrupted by the blast. I fear the connections to their organic parts were not the strongest. I was concerned this might happen. I warned them. It's like retinal detachment.
Yeah, can you roll a deceive on that one?
If that works, I'm proud of me.
It's a good lie.
Nice.
Aw.
Oh, that's such a good try, though.
It wasn't bad. The tech priest is like, well, we did actually lose some data in the explosion, but I don't think. And then he's like, wait, but why would the initiation go with like the first offer? Wouldn't it be handled by the local tech priest? And he's like trying to like sort out what you're like talking about. He's like, I'm sorry, sir. I'm afraid I can't help you.
Gar sort of draws his shoulders up and fingers his warhammer.
Oh,
Says,
God.
perhaps you would let us meet some of the survivors and see if our friends are among them.
I would need a name, sir. I'm terribly sorry.
Do you have any whose names are not appearing on the registry?
We have a few people unknown who have been injured and not yet identified.
Well, it's
Probably
possible these could
that.
be among our friends, and we may be
Well,
able
that's
to
it.
help you with identifying them.
Or I'll smash your metal bits. Into
Does Gar-
smaller metal bits.
Does Gar actually say that?
Yes. Can I
I'll
try
put a
sneaking by him?
hand on his hammer and just kind
Oh.
of push it down. Just like, he's very emotional about our friends. I'm sorry. It's
I get
Thanks.
upset.
Yes.
just he breaks things when he's upset. It's a bad habit.
When
Yeah,
we're
you
distracting
actually.
him, can I sneak by?
Yeah. Actually, while Gar's, you can roll a stealth.
Alright.
Oh, we are such a disaster.
Oh yeah, no,
Holy
great.
shit.
Wow.
That'll
Hugo
do.
just disappears.
Yeah.
We're just all bullshitting, and you're just like, this is stupid. You just walk in.
Yeah. Well, a bunch of like Skitari come in and like start just questioning Gar, having been summoned by the tech priest. Tigo is just able to like just quickly just step back into like a crowd and just like weave through, and just like not one of them sees him, and he's actually into the hospital proper, out of the lobby.
Nice.
Is there a side way I can like let them in through?
You'd have to like look around, like, so you'd have to make probably like an awareness roll, or
Let's see.
yeah, it'd probably be like an awareness roll.
Why don't just allow us to be escorted outside in case
God damn it.
link to the side door.
Yeah.
Gar just kind of fake protests and allows them to escort him out. He's like, "What? What did I do?"
Am I being
This was
detained?
America.
That's right. That this is Cryila. All right. Yeah. Tigo, sadly, you're not able. This hospital is massive, and you're just not able to find like a side exit. Every door you think might lead to the outside just leads into like a separate side tunnel.
But hospitals.
Yeah.
Start stepping on rakes.
It's like St. Francis.
Oh, God.
Yeah. This place is just huge.
Let's see.
You actually
Thank you,
see.
Tigo. Ferret out that intel.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So let's see. What were we looking for? We were looking for what's his face again, right?
Yeah. The Fabricator General.
The Fabricator.
Wolfram.
Okay. So I don't know. I find one of the I guess help stations they have.
Yeah, they would probably have like hospital maps on the wall. It would be like a cogitator that would be displaying to a screen, and so you'd be able to like get some information there.
Okay. So I guess I locate where the fabricator is, and I make my way over there. Though I'm assuming it's gonna be massively guarded.
Yeah, so when you type in, you remember that the guy had mentioned he was in like the guarded trauma center,
Yeah.
and when you try and pull up information on that, it just shows up right on the screen, access denied.
Okay. Can I tell
Probably guess
which
where it is
direction?
by looking at the layout of the hospital.
Can I tell which direction that is from the map, though?
You can look in like the map itself, and you
Like,
see just like
general.
this. Yeah. So looking in the map, you see like this large, like everything's like color coded, helpfully laid out, labeled, except for this big black cube that covers like 5 stories and several hundred meters, and it's completely like kind of like in the basement,
That sounds promising.
Yeah.
and there's no information about it. And any attempts to like tap on it and get information about it just goes like access denied.
How far away from me is it, would you say?
Few hundred meters. You'd have to head downstairs into like hospital basement.
Jeez. Okay. So I just head down to the hospital basement. It's like one of the morgue.
Okay. Yeah. So as you approach that, like visualizing the map and your way, like where you are on it, approaching the black like cube, you see a like an elevator that has 4 Scutari guards in front of it.
God.
Yeah.
This. I should probably go get you guys.
Yeah, you can at least report on it.
You do have your microbeads.
Yeah, we can all talk to each other via
Yeah,
Secret
so-
Service here, bud.
Yeah, so I pretty much give them the info. I found the elevator, where they are. We're gonna have to dispose of or get rid of,
Take care of.
distract, make disappear.
Murder.
Well, you're free to come up with a plan to deal with them.
These 4 guards. Well, we got to get them inside first. That's the first step. Does guard still have his like army of people surrounding him and questioning him?
No, by this point they've just kicked Gar out of the hospital and just warned him don't come back unless you're actually hurt.
I can whip up a crowd.
Can
I mean, you could attempt
You
it.
could just pull some fucking conspiracy theory bullshit. Just start a riot outside.
can Jesus? That was actually kind of where I was going toward.
Oh god.
Is there any way to cause like a scene inside and just make like everybody run toward it and you guys can sneak in? Do I need an awareness check for that just to find
You could
something?
like go around back and light the dumpsters on fire.
Yeah, Gar, you could make, or I'm sorry, Tigo, you can make like an awareness roll to see if there's like a fire alarm or something. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you find a fire alarm.
Guard's just like, I'm doing a civil disobedience.
All right, so I let the guys know that I found a fire alarm and I'm going to pull it and to be ready to try to sneak in when all hell
Wait,
breaks
what-
I will be pulling the fire alarm.
in 5, 4. Fuck it, going.
All right.
God damn it.
Yeah, you pull the fire alarm
I
and
disappear.
yeah. So roll another stealth. I'm assuming you want to stealth, right?
Yeah, I am most definitely gonna stealth. Where the hell did you go stealth? Bam!
Nice.
Damn.
Critical success. Yep. You see people like
This is not your first fire alarm pull.
people just start like evacuating the area, like the lights are flashing. Fire suppressant foam is like deploying in the area, and you're able to just find like a quiet like closet to hide in while they clear out. The Scutari have entered into the elevator and shut the door, but are staying within inside the hospital itself.
Okay. We know that we can't set that place on fire. They're so comfortable there. So- So I take it they're able to sneak in and we're able to.
Yeah,
reconnect at
that
some point.
section of the hospital has cleared out as they are bringing in firefighting servitors.
Okay.
And with the map and the fact that you would see like a lot of people coming out of a fire escape, you could find like a door you can actually enter into. Although while people are like filing out of the building or into fire safe areas, you would just like go inside.
Okay.
Did you want to be stealthy about it, or did you just want to kind of like...
Yeah, I'll try to be stealthy.
Okay,
See if I can break my streak tonight. There we go.
not bad. All right, so yeah, you're able to sneak in with no trouble whatsoever. Ariana Gar, did you want to just like try and piggyback off of that stealth roll, or did you want to try just waiting outside, or what did you want to do exactly?
Let's go in.
Okay. Do you want to be stealthy about it, or what do you want to do?
I managed to stop that sneeze, mute that sneeze there. Roxanne was barking quite a bit.
She seems upset.
Oh, she's fine. She's fine.
Being a diva.
Yeah, let's try to. I'm not very stealthy. This isn't going to work out very well. Yeah, I mean, do I need to be stealthy?
I mean, with a.
Are you prepared to be stealthy?
I mean, I would assume
You guys
would be
could be a
getting.
diversion team and go the other way from where we're going.
Yeah, I mean, we probably should.
I would assume you would.
Are you stealthy at all, Jeremy?
Really not.
I would assume you would be able to get in.
Why don't we just like
relatively easy.
walk around? Yeah, let's just get in there and just start roaming around, I guess.
Okay.
We're going into the hospital again?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're not supposed to go back in there. I guess we do have to try to be stealthy. I don't know. Can we just try to like go in through like a back door or something?
Well, this is basically a back door. It's like the fire escape,
So
like the fire exit.
Okay, so let's just go in then.
Okay. So I imagine you would just wait until all the people who are filing out have filed out and just kind of like sneak in behind them.
Yes.
Okay. All right, yeah. Section has cleared out. You can hear like firefighting servitors attempting to like trudge forward to just use like thermal sensors to like find the source of the fire and put it out. They're being very thorough because they can't find a fire.
Could make one.
Yeah, let's set an actual fire.
Okay.
Other way from
Good
where
idea.
we're going, perhaps.
That'll keep the distraction going.
All right.
So let's like glance at the wall map, observe the big black restricted zone, and set a fire, and then head towards the restricted zone.
Okay. How do you want to set the fire? You have your flamer, or you could attempt like another method.
I mean, there's got to be some sort of lighter-like device that exists that people have.
Yeah.
The question is whether it would make a big enough flame to last long enough for them to come and extinguish.
Yeah.
Sure, well, you find a trash can full of papers and medical waste and junk. You set that shit on fire. And you kick it over in like a,
Is there like a space heater around?
No.
use a space heater.
In 40K, everything is a space heater.
There wouldn't be. There would be like. Actually, they probably have air conditioners considering outside.
What if somebody's really cold? They just push them outside?
Are there matches?
Let's see here. I'm assuming you could probably get like. There would be matches because you'd have like low sticks, and in fact, I think Watchmaker has a bunch of low sticks on him, so he'd probably have like a lighter of some measure.
Yeah.
So
Let's find like a waiting area or like a meeting room and just like pile up some furniture and trash cans and start a fire.
Okay. All right.
Take like 2 minutes.
I'm with him.
I'm gonna say do a sleight of hand test to see if you're able to just like get the fire going. Get it to like catch and spread.
I'm clumsy. Who wants to start a fire?
Well, it's just you and I here right now, right? They're
Combine your powers. What?
yeah, and I'm also not very sleight of handy, Jeremy. So.
Do you have any psychic powers that could make a blast?
I do. I can use my psychic lightning.
Use your hairspray. And a
Yeah,
match.
can I use my psychic lightning to start a fire?
Oh,
Be
Jesus.
like electricity. I guess if you, yeah, I guess you could attempt it. Yeah, roll to see if you can manifest the power.
I will smite it.
This is the peak when all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail problem.
This is how the zombie apocalypse survival
Yeah,
goes.
you're just not able to like. You're not able to like get the power manifested. The warp has just failed you in this area.
Right now.
I swear this has never happened to me
This has
before.
never happened to me before. I just can't get it up right now.
Yeah, Ariana, this
anxiety.
is just,
Garb mutters an oath, glares at Ariana, and marches back to the hallway.
yeah,
Well,
Ariana.
I mean, can I just like roll something to see if I brought matches with me? Like, why wouldn't I have like matches?
Roll sleight of hand to start a fire with matches.
Oh, okay. All right.
You could also like fate point a fire,
I mean, you could fate point it.
or your attempt at it rather.
Yeah.
That's true. I didn't think of that. I mean, I think I can only like auto succeed on
I mean, you also have your flamer. Like, you could literally just shoot
Oh,
like the
you
stuff
have
with
a
your.
flamer, Jeremy. What the fuck? Send it blazing your goddamn flamer. You could start a real fire with that flamer.
I feel like Ian was just waiting for them to realize that he
Why
had a
didn't
flamer.
you remember? You're setting everything on fire in the previous episodes.
I knew I had a flamer. I just didn't want to use my precious flamer ammo. You can use your sweet brain juice instead.
That corrupted.
Ladies and gentlemen, the finest of the Inquisition.
I just imagine they're just like bickering with
Okay,
one
so yeah,
another
I'll use
and
the flamer.
like
Use your flamer. No,
You know-
use your brain juice.
a firefighting servitor just comes in, just scans the room,
Just hoses you both down.
just like sprays you both with like fire foam and then leaves. There you go. All right, yeah. So you shoot the flamethrower and it just sends a torrent of fire like all over the room, and the promethium just catches everything on fire, and it is just like a burst of heat right away. And
You're not-
the thermal
Garb runs into the
sensors.
hallway and doesn't look back. He just
The Gordian
glares
knot.
over his shoulders. This way.
You're not an adventurer until you start your first fire.
The thermal sensors on the servitors just immediately pick up this fire and they just rush towards it as fast as they can and just start spraying it with like firefighting foam. It's gonna take them a while though. This is like stuff that's meant to like catch on fire when exposed to oxygen.
This is the stuff of legends.
Cool.
It's something.
Cool. Let's yeah. Let's go. Let's find that
Let's find his guy.
dude.
All right. Well,
Guard him.
Tigo knows where the elevator is.
So I quickly lead them down to the elevator.
Yep. And this. So the elevator has been locked down because of the fire. So you could attempt to make like a tech use or a security roll to like pop the lock on it.
If I'm there, I'll try tech use.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have anything in security.
I'll fade it.
Okay.
Fucking come on.
Yeah, this is some pretty esoteric Forge World stuff.
Bullshit. Can't ground Spider-Man.
I guess I can try a security. I don't know that's gonna go very far.
Yep, give it a shot. Yeah, you're just like pulling out the panels and just like fiddling with it, and you just realize, I don't know what I'm doing here. This is not a mechanical lock.
I don't think any of us do.
But you could attempt.
Like that bit in Star Wars where like they're trying to hack the panel or hack the door and then they get it and then the next one comes down.
All right. I don't know. Can you think of other ways you wanted to like get through the door?
Can I hit it with a hammer?
Yeah, make a whip. Well, actually, no. It's just a door. Just make a damage roll against it.
Or hammer?
Plot twist. It's a
Yeah.
heavily armored door.
You put a nice like dent into it. You'd probably need to hit it a lot more.
Ha!
Oh, you put another nice dent into it.
Do any of us have explosives?
I think you've used up all your grenades.
I did.
Does Gar want to like make another strike against it, or?
I'm gonna look at the door, and can I try to make a tech use to look for the weak points? I assume it's not on hinges, but like if I could tell him like hit here.
Yeah, this door would like basically like slide open, slide close. But yeah, you can make a tech use against that to see if you can like find a weak spot on it.
I'm thinking what we might be able to do, and this is my bullshit tech use justification, is in the event the door is damaged by an accident, it can't lock people in. So it's designed, if it like starts skipping its rail, to fail open, not fail shut.
Fail safe.
Yeah.
Fucking come on!
I don't think fail safe is actually a thing in Warhammer 40k.
Ugh. I'm gonna fade it one more time because I'm sour.
Okay.
Hooray!
Yeah, so we were able to like figure out where the sensors on the door would be that when damaged would probably pop it open.
Okay, so I point out here and here.
Yep. So Gar just bangs where you tell him to, and the door just kind of like pops open.
Notice how he hits harder every time.
He's building up a head of steam.
Yes.
His strength statistic is just getting higher and higher.
Yep. All right, yeah. So the door slides open, and there is an elevator shaft heading down, and just there are the elevator's down there, but there is a ladder. There's like a ladder you can like go down to see. You'd have to go down like 100 meters, but so anybody who.
My concern there is leaving ourselves some sort of exit.
I guess you could climb back up.
Yeah, but if we need to evac in a hurry.
Door's definitely open.
Oh, this is the door to the elevator?
Yeah, this is like the elevator door, but the actual like elevator car itself is at the bottom. Like when you look in, it's just dark, and you just see like
The abyss.
there wouldn't even be. There would be like elevator cabling as a security measure, but primarily this would use like magnets to go up and down like electromagnets. But there's like elevator, like the there's a emergency like
Ladder.
ladder that you can go down that's in like a crevice within the elevator shaft itself.
Let's climb that shit.
Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be like 100 meters down in like darkness.
That's far.
And if you, yeah, so everybody just make an athletics, because I just want to see how well you're gonna do with this.
I'm going to.
Would it die probably?
Gear. Do magnoculars have a night vision mode? I don't think they do.
I don't believe so. There's actually one special thing. Oh.
I will light a low stick. That'll give us a tiny bit of light.
Yeah. Just like finally
Solid snaking it.
an excuse to smoke.
And I'll use my grapple magline as well to assist with it. Just kind of repeatedly use it to rappel down.
I think you'd actually have enough like line to actually just like hook
Do the
it
whole thing.
and then just go down 100 meters, because I'm pretty sure it has like 100 meters of like line.
Jesus!
Well, you would.
Do I need to roll with the mag?
Not with that. You're basically just like hooking it onto your belt and just kind of like zipping down. No, unfortunately, Gar, Ariana. Jesus,
Is there any way I can help them with my line?
Are you like?
I guess you could
How
like.
How are you athletic?
I am a soldier.
Yeah, like. Why is your athletic
I'm
only?
an ex-imperial guardsman. I was a.
Like I
soldier.
didn't know if you put any into that or it just came naturally.
No, I
28.
begin with it trained.
Okay, I was like.
Your strength is 28.
Yeah, it's not great.
I guess. Well, I guess that's what you get when you sit in like an artillery vehicle all day. I don't have to do PT if I'm artillery.
You're not wrong.
All right. If you wanted to, what you could do is you could. This is going to take longer. Well, maybe not even really that long, but you could basically go down. Like you could like hold on to somebody, go down, go back up, grab somebody else, go down, go back up.
Yeah, I'll do that, and while they're climbing down, assuming they're not gonna like fall to their deaths, that'll help kind of meet them in the middle.
Okay. So, all right. In this case, The critical fail would have been really funny because I would have like really stacked on fatigue. But in this case, you did climb down halfway. So I'll say this: everybody can make another athletics roll if they would like to. Who was actually like climbing down? So that would just be Gar, Ariana, and Tigo. Okay, it's not as bad. It's not as bad. It's not like
significantly less bad.
It's a bit shit.
Yeah, it's not
It's
like I'm not gonna make you do like a whole load of like fatigue. Make everybody who failed make a toughness roll, or actually, just roll like a 1d5 and just subtract your like toughness modifier. Okay, that's fine.
Modifiers a tens digit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Oh, I see. Minus.
Yeah.
So
what's-
mine would have been a 1.
Okay. Ariana, you're not tired at all. Tico, just add 1 like level of fatigue. Just like add 1 single fatigue, and Gar add 2.
Don't I get a 1 just like Ariana? Because it's -4.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it was a 1. You get 1 level of fatigue. Gar gets 2.
So how does Mike get none?
Because you rolled a 1.
And I have a 2, 2 toughness bonus, so I have a -1.
That's
-1.
Yeah, getting a little bit of
I was just
fatigue.
I was just trying to understand it. How did he get a 1?
Yeah.
And like I forgot he had a.
I can cure all your fatigue with my psychic's eroticism.
Actually, yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Assuming you don't fall off the ladder while you're doing that.
That's true. I'll do it in a little while though.
But so yeah, what ends up happening is
I'll see.
Watchmaker just kind of like ferries you down, and just gets to the end when the battery pack on his little grapple gun kind of like gives out, and it's gonna need an hour to recharge.
All right.
Fortunately, I'm headcanon it as just using like the power supply you would see in like a las gun, where it just kind of recharges itself by like basically everything in the, like around it. I think if you stuck it in like a vacuum of space, it would never recharge. But beyond that, it's fine. Actually, I think it even like gets solar power. So, but yeah, you could climb out, but you don't exactly have a. You can't quite get out very quickly, but yeah. So a couple levels of fatigue for people. Not too bad. But as you're down in this trauma area, it's really dark down here. It's like there's no lights at all.
Anybody got a flashlight?
I've got my cigarettes. I'm surprised, actually. Fucking.
I have my faith.
Don't we have those little like glowy balls?
And this glowy ball.
Yes, I was actually kind of wondering if Gar was going to remember he had the glow globe, if he would just like completely forget and just like reach into his back pocket like 2 hours later.
Yeah, I got this.
Everybody just gives him the fucking dirtiest look. He's like, what?
Wait, so Gar has an illuminated ass, pretty much.
Yeah, he has basically like that thing in Guardians of the Galaxy, that like glowing globe that you hold on to like one hand, and it gives, what was it? It was like 30 meters of light. It's a pretty decent amount. It's basically within like, let's see here, globe. It actually tells you. Oh no, the globe actually projects 12 meters radius. If you got like the stab light, which is like 24 in a beam, but the globe will basically give you like 12 around you.
I'm going to stick the glow globe on the top of my servo skull.
Okay.
And just have it float beside me.
You just kind of like.
So you got a mining helmet now.
Actually, he probably just shoves it like in the mouth of the servo skull.
Whatever, wherever it fits.
And then just
Throws it
like
up in there.
it just like
Ariana's
floats.
used to that as well.
Wherever it fits.
And it just kind of floats there. All right, cool. Yeah, so let's see here. All right, so you are in the armored emergency trauma center. What did you want to do now?
So is it unpowered or is it just?
Yeah, there's no there's no lights at all, no even emergency lights. It's complete pitch black.
Wow. So there's no way we could check to see what room he might be placed in. I guess we just gotta start looking. And listening, I guess, would be the smart move.
Okay. Speaking of listening, everybody make an awareness test at a -20.
Sure.
Oh.
Ah,
Back.
8 degrees of failure.
Two, three.
-20 is rough.
Matt. What about Gar? Did Gar want to make the awareness test, or?
Oh,
That's
Dang.
Gar. That's weird, Gar. You heard something. Kind of sounded like autogun fire from like a very far distance.
Oh.
this way, compatriots. We may be too late.
If it wasn't
And
for that -20, I would have passed.
yeah, there's a
Our
specific.
suspicions were correct. This facility is under attack.
Yeah, there's a specific reason for this. All right, yeah. So, okay, so you are going to make your way. Gar will lead you towards where he heard the gunfire. I'm assuming, right?
Sounds like a yes.
Yes.
That's a yes. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you just head down toward like the halls of this trauma center, and you just see actually a couple of like doctors and nurses and the like, and they're dead on the ground.
Are they armed?
No, these ones were not armed.
Do they have any lights?
You could search the bodies and take a look.
I'll take a quick look. I'm not gonna like rifle through their shit, but we could use
Was that
anything
awareness?
that might be of use for this. Like maybe key cards or ID.
Yeah, you would find like some key cards on the bodies. Just a cursory glance of the body shows like blood coming out of like their torso from being like shot. Like you can see, like you can identify bullet holes easily enough.
Okay, so I'm not gonna slow us down, but I'll grab, like, snag an ID necklace or whatever.
Okay. All right, and yeah, you just keep heading down the hallway. You see occasionally a couple more dead doctors, nurses, like a couple Scutari here or there who have been killed. It looks like they didn't even have a chance to fire back. They were just ambushed and just like killed, and their guns have been taken with them. Not that they would have done any good. The weapons they would use are so exotic. They're like, you're not sure what's a trigger, what's a fire selector, what's what.
Okay. Damn.
Darn.
But
Damn darn.
although you could get exotic weapon training.
Right now.
I still have that experience. Let me just osmose that knowledge out of nothing. I know all.
But
Matrix man.
Oh, look, a flyer for that Power Sword Emporium that opened up on the other planet.
yeah, I'm actually a little surprised that like none of you, like you were talking about it, and then none of you were like, I'm gonna go look around for some like weapons. I'm gonna look around for that Hellfire pistol. I'm gonna look around for a
It
power
kind
sword.
of felt like the sort of thing where we had to do this first.
Yeah. Also, you would probably like find some way to like mock me.
I possibly nah. You've been wanting that power sword.
Well, we'll have time, assuming we get out of this without this being like the final encounter.
All right. Yeah. So actually, when did we start? I gotta like set timers. I got specific like places I want to stop and like use as like areas, but yeah. Make a normal awareness test, everyone.
Yay!
I haven't succeeded in one roll.
Yeah, Ariana, you've been having a rough night.
They're very bad rolls for me, yeah.
Especially that 90. If only it was a 99, that would have been really funny.
Oh my gosh.
They're bad rolls, Bronze.
All right. Yeah, Watchmaker, you actually see in one, like, just like a beam of light, like, sweep over the hallway quickly and then turn away. And if you had to take a guess, you'd think it was from a stab light.
Okay, I'm gonna hold up a hand to everybody to hold up and draw my las rifle.
Okay.
With a
And,
stably.
Start
Yeah.
inching forward.
Stab light's just a flashlight. It's 40k flashlight.
Okay.
All right. Do you want to approach this with stealth, or how do you want to do
Yeah.
this?
I'll go with stealth and maybe motion Gar to come with, or not Gar, Tigo to come with.
Okay.
Fucking God.
Do I need to roll stealth too?
Wait, hold on a second. Did you roll 2 stealths? Oh, wait, hold
Uh,
on. Wait, that's stealth. The
What?
first one was
Yeah, you're
stealth,
right.
and the second was awareness.
They reversed. No, wait, what?
Huh?
That doesn't make sense because I was up at the top. Hang on, I'm gonna click awareness.
Okay.
All right, now I'm gonna click stealth.
Huh.
Let me try one more thing that I might have done. Okay, nope. I thought maybe clicking and dragging fucked up the order, but I'm pretty damn sure I clicked the right things at the right times.
I don't know. Did you want to? I think. Yeah. Let's see here.
I mean, I think the bonuses would be the same. Or no, awareness would be perception and stealth would be agility.
it doesn't matter.
Both good for me.
It doesn't matter. You got a crit success on the stealth roll because like your awareness passed.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Like if we look at like the awareness, you got the 2 degrees of success, and then you got like a crit success on the stealth. I don't know why it like also rolled awareness, but it doesn't matter in this case.
Yeah.
So yeah, you are able to just stealth. And did Tigo? Did you want to come with?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
Tigo is just like easily stealth. And Tigo, you have the stummer field. Did you want to turn that on?
Yes.
Okay.
Does it also cover Matt?
I believe it is everything within like. What
Okay.
is the specific
I
range?
think it was like 3 meters.
Yeah, I think anybody literally next to you would be able to like get the
So
advantage
yeah,
of it.
I would make a
we'll-
point to stealth up with him.
Yeah, we'll stick up in the field and just move up.
You won't be able to talk within it,
That's fine.
but
You can always just turn it off after the chain sorting starts.
all right. Let's see here. I don't know why I'm bothering rolling this, but I might as well just to make. Oh shit. Okay.
You're giving me
No,
the fear.
no.
Ian.
You're let's see here.
Mr. McAdam.
I'm just checking with something. Oh yeah, but with the Summerfield, yeah, with the Summerfield, it wouldn't be an issue. Okay. Yeah, so looking around the corner, you see 2 men in flak armor. They are carrying like small, compact autoguns with silencers on them and stab lights on them as well. And they're sweeping through. And the armor has the 8-sided Star of Chaos printed all over it.
Oh.
But they don't notice you.
I'm going to. I assume we're still in like line of sight to the others.
Yeah. The way I figure it is you're basically Actually, I can just draw it real quick.
Hooray, drawings.
It doesn't matter like super precisely, but I was just gonna like
Yeah.
quickly motion for them to get ready to rumble, like hand into a fist, and then like a hold up a hand to wait, so we can
Like this.
get the drop on them.
Yeah, I'll just do freehand.
Do your warrior of light.
The stoic nod or something else.
The hand into the fist.
Oh yeah.
All right. Basically, you're at this intersection of a hallway, and these 2 X's are the heretics,
Okay. The soon to
and
be
then
dead.
Ariana and Gar are like right down at the kind of south of you. All right. But yes, the heretics have not noticed you.
I'm going to line up a called shot on. I assume they're armored all over if it's flak.
Yeah, it's like armor or helmets. They're approximately 8 meters ahead of you.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry about these X's.
I guess I will still line up a called shot to the head and sort of full aim action.
Okay. All right. And his back is their backs are both towards you. So yeah, go ahead and roll to hit.
Awesome. So this will be a double full aim.
Yeah, full action aim.
And I guess I'll do a. Do I even want to do a called shot to the head if their body armor is going to be the same all over? Do they look like they have any cybernetic parts, or is it the same all over?
You're not able to tell.
I'll just do a regular shot for the maximum chance of getting off the ambush shot. And long las to hit, and it is a full aim. Point blank?
Nope, they're 8 meters ahead of you. It would be short range.
Standard attack, and then plus 15 for the modifiers, and single shot, and normal fire. Wow. I'm glad I didn't call that shot.
All right, well, roll damage.
Actually,
or did you?
I want to fade it because the bonus damage is based on additional degrees of success.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll the fate on that. How many do you have left after that one?
But needs fucking must. Half aim. Oh, hang on. It's nice, but it's also annoying when you have to go through like 8 different modifiers.
Yeah, at least it helps because you don't have to do like the math all yourself. Because you actually do have to keep that all in mind.
Yep. That's more like it.
All right. Oh wait, and just adjust your ammo up one more.
Yeah.
Just a bit, but yeah, go ahead and roll damage on that.
In fact, since that's my first shot since starting this mission, I'll be back to full.
Yeah.
And okay, let me double check my accuracy to make sure I'm not gonna fook it oop. 1d10 per. Okay, yeah, max of 2d10. I did, however, take the mighty shot skill, so I'll do an additional 2 damage.
Nice.
So damage will be.
Yeah, what's that
14. Like? Ooh, nice.
Is that half a
14 to 33, whatever that is. I guess that's the. That's the body.
Yeah.
And the extra damage, of course. How silly. An additional 2d10.
I'm just seeing blood like splurt all over the place already.
I'm hoping there's no blood left of this fucker. Ooh.
Wow, nice. Okay, yeah, this dude is like dead. Just like the shot punches right through his armor, both right in the back, right out the front. Just a clean cut right through him. And his Tigo, you were still have like surprise. Did you want to do anything with this other guy, or?
I guess I can quick draw and.
Could you like charge him down?
Yeah, I can charge him down.
Yeah,
he wouldn't be able to see me, I don't think yet.
No, the way I imagine you're doing this is you're basically just like designating targets, and then you're just like, you go kind of like signaling. You go left, I go right.
Yeah.
So,
that's
if you wanted to, you could do like a charge action to just like. I believe charge would allow you to do that, if I recall.
Yeah, because he's like right here, and I would be like right next to Watchmaker anyway.
He'd be about 8 meters in front of you.
Yeah.
And I can't remember.
Would he even be?
Yes, that's what it is. So you get to move 3 times your agility bonus, and it's all in a straight line, so that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And so I believe your agility is what, 3 or 4?
4, so it's 12.
Yeah, so you can easily get him. So it's a plus 20 to hit. So but that's factored in with like charge when you're like doing the attack action.
Alright, so I do a hit for this, or
yeah, roll to hit.
No aim? Wait, let's make sure.
Yes, this would be no aim because charge is a full action.
Charge.
Nice. 5 degrees of success. Please roll your damage.
Is it twice because it's rending?
Yes, roll it twice and take the highest.
Take higher.
Nice. Yeah, this dude does not have fate. You just instantly 22 I think is it's not.
Did we just accidentally do something professional?
Yeah,
yes.
You just take off his arm and he's just and within the stubber field. Actually, funny enough, the because the last round was shot within the stubber field, it does
Yeah, I
not
was gonna
make...
say that. He didn't even know I was there.
Just
We
a
were there.
whisper and a sizzle.
He just kind of I guess heard a bullet go through the guy's like midsection.
He
looks down at
definitely...
himself.
Yeah, the one dude who got shot just died instantly. The guy who like would have seen his friend die and just instantly had his like arm taken off, and just like the rest of the chainsaw just like cut into his body, and yeah, he's like done.
Hooray!
We just accidentally did our jobs correctly.
You actually did, yeah. Considering some of the roles you guys have been having, it's actually
Yeah, it's been a rough night.
We give thumbs up to Ariana Gar.
We're just like, never mind, we got it. Let's check their guns. Maybe they have ammo designed to kill amigos.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, take a look. So checking their bodies.
Yeah, and I'll of course sweep the area and keep my gun up in case there's more of them nearby.
Yeah, unfortunately, unless Gar's unless his globe, like being held by the Serval Skull, actually went and like was looking ahead, you would just be staring into darkness. You could look and see if maybe you saw like the stab lights though, but
yeah, I'll look for stab lights and I'll also motion for Tico to kill the stummer again so we can listen.
Yeah.
okay. All right, yeah. So you find they're holding silenced auto pistols, as well as they're both using mono swords, and one of them has a haywire grenade.
Yoink!
You can have that one.
Yes, I can.
And the other one's missing his haywire grenade. But if you think back to the dead Skatari,
Yep.
Yes.
You can-
CSI.
yeah, you're just thinking, how would a Skatari get wiped out so quickly? And like, yeah, that would wipe out his cybernetics.
So yeah, I'll take his haywire grenade. I'll also take his mono sword, and you know what? I'll take his gun,
Okay.
just in case.
And the silenced auto pistol, I have one clip in the one magazine loaded in already, and 2 additional ones on it.
Okay.
And the other guy would have like a total of like one in the gun and 2 extra as well. So if you wanted to like scavenge all the ammo, you could.
Okay, so I'm gonna upgrade my current sword's mono quality.
Okay.
Actually, does this thing look like tainted or corrupted at all, or is it just a normal sword?
It looks just to be a normal sword. You don't see anything like, you don't see any like 8-sided stars of chaos like etched into it. You're kind of wondering if maybe it was like purchased locally,
Okay.
but you're not entirely sure.
Works for me.
But so what's everybody else doing?
Well, I just smashed these guys. So we came from we came like not like that. We came from this way. We're going this way,
Yep.
and this is a hallway,
Yep.
or we don't really know because it's dark.
Yeah. Well, you like from what you can see with the globe, it is a hallway. So it's basically like there's another wall that's like back along the edge this way. It's approximately 3 meters wide.
Okay, which way were the bad guys going?
They were heading this way, or this way.
East.
So, yep, to the east.
Always.
Said east.
But it's Watchmaker's looking out, and he actually sees some like stab lights coming down the hallway.
I'll get into cover and start sighting on that way and motion for everybody else to get to cover.
Alright, I'll hide.
Okay.
And I'll kill my my low stick, or I'll put it off to the side from behind a wall so they can't see the light of it.
All right. Gar, where's your servo skull?
Let's see. It was doing its thing, but I mean, I guess since we're hiding, I'll put it away.
Okay. And yeah, you'll just hear down from the hall. They should be here by now. I thought I saw a light. Let's take a look. and they're gonna sweep the stab light in this direction. So everybody everybody just make like a stealth roll if you're not behind like the wall.
Okay. Am I in cover relative to where they're coming from?
Yeah, you just found cover behind like a
Like a gurney or something?
yeah, something that like some piece of medical equipment that you're not entirely sure about.
Please don't fuck me. You didn't fuck me. Don't tease me.
Aww.
Well, you've got fate, right?
Yeah, it's like I should fate point that.
Yeah. Oh.
Actually, that was me rolling for the Heretic Commandos.
Oh. Well, that paid off.
Yep. Nothing.
At least I got my good stealth rolls to get us in the hospital.
Yeah, they don't see you. But they are gonna see like the corpses of their friends.
I'm gonna be while they're coming closer. I'm going to be lining up a shot to just repeat the "I'm gonna need more rope."
I turn on my strummer, so they can't hear me move and adjust.
All right. Let's see here. Yeah, so they're approaching closer and closer, and there's about 4 of them at this point.
Hooray.
2 of them are going to hold back and are going to take cover and aim down the hallway, and the other 2 are going to approach and sweeping the hallway with their with their stab light as they approach the corpses of their friends. And I think that's where we're going to end it for tonight, because I think this is a good spot. All right.
Oh, good use of a fate point then.
Before we get to regards.
You had some interesting... Mike, you okay? Okay. Yeah. I wasn't actually sure, like... Funny enough, you were not as interested in that like the tower exploding as I thought you were going to be.
I mean, I was, but it was also like I was
We had a
expecting
mission.
we would get there and they'd be like, "Go away."
Yeah, like it was a massive disaster. It felt like it would be.
I felt like it was a sabotage already, so
Yeah, my thought was like, "What can we do from
Would
a
be
different?"
torn apart by mobs.
Yeah, we also didn't want to blow our cover right away by being like, "Let us in, we're Inquisition."
Hey, you could have. It would have been kind of funny to see, but...
a good stealth rolls would have gone into that, and we'd still be outside the hospital.
It's true, yeah.
Hopefully we'll get a chance to kit up before the final confrontations. Because it's not that we were rushing for the end, it was more that we weren't sure where to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it was also just kind of funny because, like...
I thought that could have also been a distraction.
It's a good idea. Like, you had to... it was good ideas to go and just, like, rush things because you weren't sure how time-sensitive stuff is.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, I was actually fully expecting you to just be, like, in the, like... And, like, the market just being like, I'm going to pay this much...
Where's Totoro?
Give me my power sword. Where's my power sword? Where's my power sword?
You were pleasantly surprised.
There's, like, another tower just, like, explodes behind you.
Where's my...
Oh, was it in there? You could have just been like, it was in that building. Damn it.
But, no, this is good. Good so far. Yeah, you got into the hospital. Actually, weirdly enough, you got through without as much difficulty as I was kind of expecting. I thought you were going to fuck up things a little bit more. So, you're actually getting better.
We failed upwards.
The stealth was good for once.
Yeah, you actually... Ariana had a rough night, yeah.
Ariana did not have any successful rolls this evening.
I've been there, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, just be glad your rolls... You didn't screw up anything. That's the thing. They failed, but they were failures.
Faded if I thought I was gonna. I thought it would have faded if I thought it was gonna hurt us.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping you would explode the hospital.
I kind of wanted you to roll like doubles, though. I was like, come on, just use some psyker powers. Just fucking summon a demon.
I was pulling for Mike to explode the hospital.
Just make me summon a Lord of Change.
No, we serve that nickel.
Hey, just be glad you have some Skatari who can help you.
You know what, Lord of Change is like, you know what? I'm out of here.
Fuck this.
There's some victims in the basement for you, buddy. Just leave.
Although that would have been pretty funny though. I'd brought him in and was like, you guys again.
He looks at the camera. I'm gonna need more rope.
You know what, dude? We were just leaving.
He's just gonna like just looks at the camera, starts making Play-Doh snakes.
Why do they call it Play-Doh snakes?
But I want to have fun. Well, there's a lot of fun in the basement, bro.
No, what you don't understand is I'm going to have fun when I turn you into a mewling bunch of chaos spawn.
Why did you make Melkor as a fucking Lord of Change?
Seems like the most Melkorish. I was wondering about a Corn Berserker for like the Halloween special, and I was like, a Corn Berserker wouldn't fuck around. The Corn Berserker would just come out there and just like smack you in the face. But like a Zeech dude would just hella play with you. He would just like completely like do some Scooby-Doo plot, and then would only like reveal himself when it was most fun. What was this? What are we looking at? Hold on, what's going on? What am I missing?
What? Nothing? No, what? Nothing.
Michael, you mad bastard. Alright. But no, I had fun. And actually, I have, like, cool lots of, like, plans and plots for next time. So.
Play-Doh snakes.
Yes. So, first things first.